See, it's all about what you want to be in life. People will try to take you for a clown. I must say, some of the things that we go through in life, you know, after a while, is it sick that we start to enjoy it after a while? Maybe he wasn't always a torturing killer type dude, but, you know, he started out ripping the wings off of flies and started mutilating cats. And shit don't sound fun at first, right? But then he started whacking people and now he enjoys it, you know? So if we're looking for the same results, expecting different, you know what that means. Come on now, y'all. You know what that means. We're doing the same thing, looking for different results. That means somebody's obviously crazy. Okay, so let's just be real with this shit. I was exploited by my mother-in-law, my ex-girlfriend, father-in-law, and a couple bitches I used to fuck with, and a couple niggas too that I know. They all came together as a team because of fear. A fear that they can't step to me, you know, man to man and nothing like that, or woman to man, you know, because the point is when a person steps to you like that, they are putting their life on the line. They are willing to sacrifice themselves so you do something to them. In other words, I would call that fucking batshit crazy. But in this reality, that's what people do. So they will gang stalk you and get together and fuck with your life and distract you, and hopefully they can distract your bitch. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it don't work with the female, but it'll work with the dude, because guess what? They will feed you shit like your woman is already distracted. But little do you know, it's a woman acting like your woman, you know, swatting, if you know what swatting means, you know, or, you know, there's a lot of shit people do. You know, they will imitate you. They will look like you, take your look and everything, and they will put it on them. But little do you know, there's ways to get around that. There's ways to tell that it's an AI thing. So many ways. But, you know, you can't tell these people nothing. They got the answers to it all. You know, so being as though they got the answers to it all, you can't tell them nothing. You know, white people, at the end of the day, that do dirt, they feel like they're indestructible. Niggas at the end of the day that do sneaky little shit work, they feel like they're superior than everybody. Everybody has their own thing. It's just a different color, but it's the same thing. Oh, it's the same thing. The reality is this, you know, money is the root of all evil. So people gonna play you, people gonna make you look stupid, people gonna fuck with you, but when people are not around and you healing, you gotta think about it. You know, I've had calluses on my hand that they went away. You see, that's a callus. Shit like that. But then, you know, I've been shot up with a needle, and you can tell the difference. That's the fucking difference. I've been hit right here. Look, needle went so far, you can see how far it went. Because motherfuckers think they know what they're doing. Could have been in medical school. They trying to poison you slowly. You see in my fingers. Motherfuckers trying to poison you slowly. They think they know what they're doing, but they don't know what they're doing, because I'm still alive. I'm still alive. So you can't do shit to me. You can't harm me. You just delay the harm, you know? And you've been delayed.
Crack the window, please, honey.
You know, when you got your good woman, she do things like this. See, she brought me water. Look, it's tight. Like, ain't nothing dripping like that. You know why? Because they ain't been hit with no needle. Smart water don't have bubbles in it. You see it ain't got no little bubbles and shit on the side? Now, when it start to have some shit like that in it, because I've seen that shit, don't drink it. You know? Just because you're in the car with a person sitting beside them, don't mean they can't tap that bottle real quick and twist the cap on your ass. You know what I'm saying? So when motherfuckers be thinking, you know, that a motherfucker gonna be honest like Abe Lincoln and be like, oh, I did that. No, they not. So, no. Because, you know, a person to feed you some shit and be telling you some shit like your woman is a whore and be like, don't save her. But little do you know, guess what? She talking about herself. She don't want to suck dick like a flipper. Yeah, it feel good. But she got to accommodate for the evil shit she do. You know what I'm saying? You know, after they drain you of your blood and shit, they drain you of your blood and shit. Come on, of your blood. Come on now. Why do you need my DNA? For what? Oh, so you know that I am the guy that the people are looking for, the government are looking for to get the money to? Because the money does belong to me and I am him and I'm related to the people that live here because they are my family. and you saw them out because you know I come from a family that has money because you don't think I'm good enough for your daughter because she's, you know, whatever that means. But white. Oh, because she come from money too. Oh wow. I've always spoken this into existence. Am I lying?
Huh. What? No.
I was talking to the people, but I'm glad you answered. No, I haven't. You know, I've always talked this shit into existence, you know. I've always said one day I'm going to get really rich because somebody's going to be listening to me and I'm going to catch them.
Yeah.
And here we are. So I hope they can understand the exposure. And oh yeah, you know, because everybody wants to prove the juice. Well, you know, I don't really do this, but I'm gonna do it. Why not? All they can do is hang me once. You know, because I'm be real with you. You can't stop things. Guess what? My name was in the paper, boy. And my name was in the paper, boy. Like, the paper. Oh, it ain't the wrong one. I just ain't flip it around. I just ain't flipped it around. Oh, it is. It is the wrong paper. This is the other paper, actually. With something else that I want on it. I love my lovely assistant. She fucking comes out of nowhere. But I do like it. Anyway. This is to prove to you and to give you something that I don't give people. Because I ain't got to prove shit to nobody.
Okay.
But I want to show you what can happen if you're not aware. Thank you. Thank you very much. Later. Oh yeah, sorry. You see that? That's me. That's all I'm going to give you on that. But also, you see, because they say that as the black man that I am, I'm taking advantage of this white lady. Let's do that look with the glasses off. This is why I haven't been to the barbershop or gotten a haircut. I avoid shit now. I don't even give a fuck. You know, if I'm not, you know, what I am, you know, I am what I am. Before you know it, my dreads will be back. But we're gonna keep it like this though for now. As I stay on my chill. As I stay on my Rastafari. Because let me tell you something, there's one thing you'll never stop me from doing. And that's women always being in my face. You know, women are always gonna be in my face. I'm sorry. Even when I'm married, women are gonna be like, hi. And I'm like, hey, I'm married. Which is what I say now. You don't want me. I got kids. Yeah, I don't care. Because they don't. You know? So, you know, and I never talk to a female that don't include my kids. And every female I've ever talked to, I let them know about one thing first. You know, my woman. And then I got kids. And they don't give a fuck. They want to fuck my woman too. And take care of my kids. And if it's like that, then you know what to do. But if it ain't like that, keep it the fuck moving. If you don't suck dick and eat pussy, lick ass, lick toes, then I know what we're talking about. So I really don't know what we're talking about here. But this is how much of Henrico that I own. And I got this from the courthouse. As you can see, this is real. You know. I'll give you this. You know that guy right there? That's me. Okay, cool. Alright. Let's give you more. You know, this is all full of some wild shit. You know, trusted deeds. If you can read that fast enough, you slow. But yeah, the list goes on and on here. list goes on and on and on. You know, like, I don't know what a motherfucker would think. I even got some shit right. Another house. This one. We should go check that one out.
That's the one I want to check out.
Yeah.
Today.
You
That's
know,
the one I think is, yeah. I'm gonna keep hide.
there's lots. You know, I'm a whole billionaire. And the cat's out the bag, baby. And then, here's another.
Okay.
But here's another. I'm sorry you wasted all this time and put money into me. I'm actually happy you did it. Look, this thick. Rich nigga dick. But it ain't that serious. And I never will change. I'm not gonna become a dickhead. I've always had my own money. I've always worked for my own money. I never try to stagnate nobody to stop them or getting them fired from their job because there's a bigger mystery to it all. Now, if a person is stalking you, hacking your phone so you can't see the internet, making sure you can't call your family, making sure you can't check in on Facebook, making sure your friends are all turned against you, something is up. And now that we know what's up, for everybody that was in on this shit and was helping them, and even helping Henrico County Police, because there were some of them that was, you know, into it as well. They still are. They don't realize that they're gonna lose their job soon. It's going to fuck down, and I'm gonna sue them. This is all part of, like, after this, I already own it, but I'm gonna own this town, and I'm gonna take away the biasness out of it. Because Henrico County, Virginia, is a great place, but it's a very racist place, and it shouldn't be. And we're gonna get rid of that, because there's black people that got money that live here. And nobody should be the victim of circumstances. And we're not gonna start. So with that being said, everybody love everybody and be happy for what you don't have may get you got. And for what you don't understand, it may be your demise. So I tried to tell you story time, but I said, fuck it, I'd rather give you proof today. Because some people like to cap. So don't down me, crown me, you know? I wasn't just talking and popping big shit. My name is on everything that says everything legit. Oh, and you know, because people always talk about money amounts, dollar amounts. You know, one of my properties is worth $70,000. It was worth 60, but you know, we'll just do a property value. One is worth 400-something thousand. One is worth 300-something thousand. This is, you know, I'm talking big shit. No cap. See that? You know, like, we not capping here. We not capping. I got lots. When I got, see, this means that's lots. This means more than one house. Like, you know, lot here, lot here, lot here, lot here, lot here. That's like 5 different fucking lots. You wouldn't even know what the fuck that mean. You wouldn't even know what the fuck that mean. Like, you wouldn't know. You wouldn't know. You wouldn't know. You know, certification, anyway, classification, certification. You know, people, you know, I done showed you a $500,000 right there and some change. Fuck it, I'm gonna go ahead and show you a whole cool M. But actually, that's a lie. I done showed you $5 million and some change. But I'm gonna go, cause you know that company alone, you know, my electricity company. Yeah, I own an electricity company. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like boy, like, you gotta get real. This is it's a whole different tax market. We're talking. And most of these is in 2022, 23, 24. This shit's recent. This shit recent, boy. This shit's so legit, it makes no sense. So if you think you can stop me, do what you gotta do. But by legitimacy, come on, man. Let's be real. I can't make this shit up. I can't make this shit up. If you do your math right, all right, that was 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 10 M's altogether right there. All right, we only went through this much. Now we got this much more to go. And that thing I showed you in the newspaper, that's for more M's. Now we got the IRS money that's been adding up. Goddamn, all types of currency. That's been adding up all types of motherfucking shit.
These clothes should be done for right putting some laundry.
So, you know, I just want you to do the math and figure it out for yourself, because niggas say I cap. I took a little extra time on this. I figured today was proof day. See, that's why I'm just being humble, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't tripping. You come work for me. You know, you'll get a car, you'll get a house, in your name, you know? I think that's great for a couple years salary. Only thing you got to worry about is little small shit. Like paying electric. You know, I even pay your cell phone bill. That's how cool of a boss I am. I'll even make sure you never have to buy a meal another day in your life. That's how cool of a boss I am. I'm creating real businesses. I want to take over the rap industry. You know, I want to create studios, tattoo, lounges, you know, cool drinking spots. A lot of, you know, a lot of my ideas I'm not gonna give you, but just know this. If I tell you, you won't support me. So, I'm already there. I just ain't got rewarded yet, but that's already on the way because I already filled that out. So, just know this. You can't stop me. You can't take me. This is now, went from story time but now it's a cease and desist, you know, because Donna Renee Yates, whose last name is actually Moss, but still married. They're using her marriage name, but she's not married to her dad. Leandra Robertson, you know, AKA Miss Wilder or whatever her name is now. You can't stop me. I heard the messages, by the way, on Tiffany's phone. I even heard where y'all stabbed me with needles and shit, so some look at his eyes rolling up in the back of his head. I've heard all that. Tabitha's mom was there too. Diamond. Yeah. Diamond, Lilia Sade, Furman, or Campbell, or last name Goddard if you want to. Shawnee Idea, you know. I mean, like, the list goes on. And I get it. And I'm not mad at Amy. Still wanna fuck Amy, kinda. I'm not mad at Tiffany. Oh, I still wanna fuck. Me, Tiffany, Amy, Tamika, and Tabitha all in one room together. Splat party. But anyway, yeah, that's what I think cures that on them. Even you, Shawnee got a, you know, a dick down party. You know? But no, I think a good apology would just be right. You know, I'm just speaking my mind because I think I'm entitled to speak my mind or say what I want to say. Even though, you know, some people are watching this and they're going to watch this and be like, that fucking nigger. Okay, yeah, that fucking nigger. You say that while I'm hitting from the back. Or that fucking nigger. You say that while you shake my hand and say you apologize. And I say, you entitled to call me whatever you want, man. Because those are words. And that shit don't hurt me because any weapon you got formed against me shall not hurt me. Draw 4, reverse. Draw 4, draw 2, reverse back to me. Uno out. La la la.